Srimad Pariham Ashtotara Shata Srimad Abhay Charnaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Welcome to this morning Bhagavatam class. Today we are reciting the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 4, Chapter 24, chanting the song sung by Lord Shiva and text number 11. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Text 11. Samudrim Deva Uktam Deva Devoktam Upaye me Śatadrutim Yam Vikaya Charu Sarvagnam Kishorim Susta Alankrutam Parikramantam Udvahe Chakame Gani Sukim Iva Samudrim Deva Devaktam Upayame Śatadrutim Yam Vikshaya Charu Sarvagnim Kishorim Sustu Alankritam Parikramantim Udvahe Chakamegni Sukim Iva Samudrim Deva Devoktam Upaye me Śatadrutim Yam Vikshaya Charu Sarvagnim Kishorim Susti Alankrutam Parikramantam Udvahe Chakamegni Sukim Iva. Samudrim Deva Devoktam Upaye me Śatadrutim Yam Vikshaya Charu Sarvagnim Kishorim Sustva Alankrutam Parikramantim Udvahe Chakamegni Sukim Iva Samudrim Deva Devoktam Upaye me Śatadrutim Yamikshva Saru Sarvagnim Kishorim Sustu Alankritam Parikramantam Udvahe Chakamegni Sukim Iva Samudrim Deva Devoktam Upaye me Śatadrutim Yamikshva Charu Sarvagnim Kishorim Sustva Alankrutam Parikramantim Udvahe Chakame Agnim Sukim Iva Samudrim Deva Devoktam Upaye Me Śatadrutim Yamikshaya Charu Sarvagnim Kishorim Sustva Alankrutam Parikramantam Udvahe Chakame Agni Sukim Eva. Word to word meaning. Samudrim, unto the daughter of the ocean. Deva Devoktam, being advised by the supreme demigod Lord Brahmā. Upayeme, married. Śatadrutim, of the name Śatadruti. Yam, whom. Vikya, seeing. Charu, very attractive. Sarvangim, all the features of the body. Kishorim, youthful. Sustu, sufficiently. Alankritam, decorated with ornaments. Parikramantam, circumambulating. Udave, in the marriage ceremony. Chakame, being attracted. Agni, the fire god. Sukim, unto Śukī. Eva, like. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Please repeat. Mahārāja Barhiṣat, henceforward known as Prācīnabarhi, was ordered by the supreme demigod Lord Brahmā to marry the daughter of the ocean named Śatadruti. Her bodily features were completely beautiful, and she was very young, and she was decorated with proper garments. And when she came into the marriage arena and began circumambulating it, the fire god Agni became so attracted to her that he desired her company exactly as he had formerly desired to enjoy Śukī. Purport. In this verse, the word Sustva Alankrutam is significant. According to the Vedic system, when a girl is married, she is very profoundly and gorgeously decorated with costly saris and jewelry. And during the marriage ceremony, the bride circumambulates the bridegroom 7 times. After this, the bridegroom and bride look at one another and become attracted for life. When the bridegroom finds bride very beautiful, the attraction between them immediately becomes very strongly fixed. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, men and women are naturally attracted to one another, and when they are united by marriage, that attraction becomes very strong. Being so strongly attracted, the bridegroom attempts to set up nice homestead and eventually good field for the producing grains. The children come, and then friends, and then wealth. In this way, the male becomes more and more entangled in the material conceptual conception of life, and he begins to think, this is mine, and is it I who am acting? In this way, the illusion of material existence is perpetuated. The word Sukim Eva are also significant, for the fire god Agni became attracted by the beauty of Śatadruti while she was circumambulating the bridegroom Prācīnabarhi, just as he had previously been attracted to the beauty of Śukī, the wife of Saptarshi. When the fire god had been present long ago at the assembly of Saptarshi, he was attracted by the beauty of Śukī. When she was circumambulating in the same way, Agni's wife, named Swaha, took the form of Śukī and enjoyed sex life with Agni. Not only the fire god Agni, but the heavenly god Indra and sometimes even Lord Brahmā and Lord Shiva, all very highly situated demigods, are subjected to the being attracted by the sex at any time. The sex drive is so strong in the living entities that the whole material world is running on sex attraction only, and it is due to the sex attraction that one remains in the material world and is obliged to accept the different types of bodies. The attraction of sex life is more clearly explained in the next verse. Let's do Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitam Sya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaham. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are continuing this Bhagavatam class, and we are continuing we completed the discussion about the Prithu Maharaj, and now we are going through his lineage, his descendants, how they performed their ruling the kingdom and how they performed their devotion. Yeah. So in today's verse, we are seeing that the Prācīnabarhi is having a marriage ceremony with Śatadruti. So we'll continue the discussion. We take some few key points from the purport and we'll discuss further. So in this purport, Srila Prabhupada mentioning that the sex drive is so strong in the living entities that the whole material world is running on sex attraction only. And it is due to sex attraction that one remains in the material world and is obliged to accept different types of bodies. So this is one of the last statement in the purport. Srila Prabhupada was mentioning this material attraction is so strong, and that the attraction with opposite sex is so strong that we are bound to stay in this world by taking next body. Each time we involve in so many material sense enjoyment activities that results into the next body. Again you perform the activities, similar activities, you take birth again. So entire this material world is having this sort of problem where they are entangled in this material world. When we read this purport that this sex drive is so strong in the living entities, we can see so many examples in this current material world. In the recently, I think that some of you must have read the news few months back in one of the US tech company. His company is like an astronomer. It's a unicorn company. Unicorn means in a startup sector, if a company which started a few years back and which acquires the value of more than 1 billion, it's called unicorn. This company, Astronomer, is the same unicorn company. The CEO was, he attended one concert in America, one of the Coldplay concert, that's what it is. And what in that concert, what he did, when the camera focused on particular person, he was having an illicit relation with his HR head. In the that concert is happening in some stadium, and when cameraman focused on this person, the same thing. We are able to, then everybody saw him, and after that it became a big issue in the company, and then he resigned from the company. So this example proves that what Prabhupada is making the statement, the sex drive is so strong in the entire world. It is driving the people's material activities, right? So we can see that example, such a big company CEO and such a growing company, tech company, and he was involved in such abominable activities, right? So this example proves that what Prabhupada comments, it supports what Prabhupada was making the comments. And not only that, many politicians involved in such illicit activities, right? Prime Minister or President of a company or in fact, former US President, we see many times in the news, right? They're all involved in such activities, right? So this is the nature of this material world which we are living. And how can we understand this? The Srila Prabhupada explained this. The whole material world is driving by www, not the website. It's like www, wealth, wine, and woman. This is the key driving factors in the material world. Its entire material world is driving on these basic principles, www, woman, wealth, and wine. So this is, we can see that the examples which I mentioned, it is coming under the same category, right? So many examples we see day in and day out, right? When we read newspapers or any social media, we come onto such news, we hear many such news. So why we try to understand what is the reason for such things? See, this is the nature of the material world. How can we, what is this nature of the material? Why this material world is causing such incidents? Why people are getting affected by, why people are trying to follow such abominable activities? Why this is happening? We'll try to analyze. This is the nature of the material world. When we're trying to understand the nature of the material world, example we can take sugar. Nature is by default sweet. In whichever item you put sugar, it will be sweet only. Similarly, salt. Wherever you put, it will be salty. In whichever item you mix it, the taste is predominant. It's salty. Like if a magnet is there, near the magnet, if you put iron flakes, what will happen? The magnet will attract all that. Irrespective of the situation, similarly, this material world, when this material world is created, there will be 3 modes of material nature by default acting on every individual. Right? So the 3 modes of material nature are goodness, passion, and ignorance. This is one of the primary reasons why people are entangled in such material sense enjoyment activities. These modes are acting constantly on each and every individual. There is no excuse that everyone will be acting under this 3 modes of material nature: goodness, sattva guna, passion, rajoguna, ignorance, tamoguna. These are the 3 modes constantly acting on. As long as you are in this material world is present, all these 3 modes are acting on everyone. It all depends on the person if he wants to overcome these material modes, it's in Jiva's free will. Whether you use your free will to overcome these material modes, or you want to come under the modes of material nature, or you wanted to control by these modes, it's your choice. So this is one of the reasons why people are big people in the big position, big status. Still they do all such abominable activities. Why? Because they are under the control of 3 modes of material nature. That is binding them. And as a result, you perform more and more such activities. You will take again birth in the next life. Again you do same sinful activities. You come and so this is what repeated birth and death. We have been taking birth and death happening. We don't remember all our past activities, how many millions of times we took birth. We don't remember, we don't know. But Krishna, the Supreme Lord, is tracking all our history, right? He knows. But we don't remember. Similarly, we take birth again and we don't remember in the past life what we did. So these three modes of material nature binding everyone to act in such a way where, irrespective of their material education, irrespective of their social status, irrespective of their geography, everybody is doing all such abominable activities. Now, we try to understand how these modes of material nature impacting every individual. Like we can take this modes of material, one person, he will behave at different times differently, right? The one person, maybe morning he will be very happy, in the afternoon he will be very frustrated, in the night time sometimes he will be lazy, right? Why he is exhibiting these different behavioral patterns, right? This is due to the modes of material nature. Example I will tell you, like you wake up in the morning, your mind will be fresh, your mind will be calm, and you will be, try to be more goodness, like the more harmonious way, and you want to try to do all good things, right? And you wake up in the morning, you do meditation or you do scriptures, you come to the temple, like you all doing that. Morning you wanted to take the darshan of Lord. That is a mode of goodness, right? Once you go to the office in the morning time, you will be very attentive, very eager to perform your tasks at work, right? After some time, you will realize that in the current situation, the AI is taking more jobs. That is the trend, right? Then what you think that, okay, in my work, I need to prove myself. I need to get the visibility. Then your mind starts thinking, okay, I need to perform something extraordinary. I need to get visibility in front of everyone. Then you try to prove yourself to other people, right? In the work environment. Then obviously, you try to push someone down, or you try to do any other activities, right? So this is where the competitive spirit will come. You try to this is called mode of passion, right? So in the morning you are very good, proper, where mind was calm, compassionate, you are very soft, everything. That is mode of goodness. And when in the afternoon, as soon as you realize that you have to do something extraordinarily good, so to get visibility in the office, then what you start thinking that your passionate nature dominates. You have to prove yourself in the company to secure your job. Then you start doing so many other activities, keeping other people down, or you try to argue with other people, you try to prove your point is correct and other is wrong. So that way you try to. So this is all passionate nature. See, morning it was goodness, and afternoon your mind will be passionate nature. Then once you go to the evening time, what will happen? Throughout the day your mind was so exhausted, like trying to do so many things to get visibility, and you feel tired by the evening because your mind is constantly working in a passionate nature and you feel tired. Then what will happen? You feel lazy. You don't try to eat proper food. You maybe eat whatever junk food is available, try to eat, or you try to go for movie, or you try to watch TV for a longer continuously. You don't follow proper habits, right? This is where the mode of passion. See, one person is impacted same way, same person at different times he is behaving differently. This is how the modes of material nature working. This is how the impact of material. So why we are trying to discuss about these modes, connecting to the original point, how this material world is driven by the WWW, right? Why people are doing these material modes are constantly acting on people, and that is making them to behave like that. Like a big company CEO or president of a company, at the end of the day, they try to do these bad activities because of this mode of passion and mode of ignorance predominantly acting on them. Because of that reason, we saw example, one person behaving differently at different times. I'll take another example where same situation, people will deal differently. There also we can understand how modes of material nature working. Example, so a great sports person achieved some good record, or any artist achieved some success, right? Some people will react praising their skills. Oh, he has done a very good job, fantastic job, right? So they appreciate it. And some people will say, okay, they'll get inspiration by seeing such success. okay, this person achieved very good record in sports, or he is in a particular artist, performed very well in particular movie or drama, right? So he will get inspiration by seeing his performance. And some people will say, no, this is so much work effort involved in this activity. I can't do that. This is not my job. Right? So same incident, people will react differently. Why? Again, we can see that 3 modes of material nature. How? When the person is appreciating particular person, like the person, one sports person achieved success, you are appraising, means that is a goodness. And when the same sports person inspiring other person to perform similar activity, like you get inspiration from some sports person by seeing his achievement, that is a passionate nature mode. And same reaction, some people say, no, this is not, it's very hard, so much effort involved, I need to wake up in the morning, I have to control my diet to become a great sports person, right? All these things will make you to think, oh, this is not. So same incident, people are reacting differently. Again, we can understand how strong these 3 modes of material nature, right? This is where we can see that most of you know the cricketer Virat Kohli. I'm not sure how many of you. He's very fitness and his diet, so many people talk, right? So he's exception from other people. Other people from the same age group doing so many other things, but he is very fixed in his process, controlling the fitness, having the proper diet, right? So this is where people will get inspiration. Some people will apply praise. Some people say, oh, this is not my job, I can't do that, right? This is how the 3 modes of material acting. From all these examples, what we can see, some people are able to overcome these 3 modes of material nature, which are acting on everyone. But some people are still under the cover of this material mode. Those who are under the cover of 3 material modes, they will be entangled, taking repeated birth. But those who are able to overcome this effect of these modes, they will be able to progress in the path of spirituality. So but now, the next reason why the people, again, the discussion is again around the same. Why people are having so much material enjoyment nature. First thing we understood, 3 modes of material nature action. Now, as a result of 3 modes of materials, 3 modes acting on each end, what is happening? Right? This is impacting the lack of knowledge. Since you are under the impact of 3 modes of material, you are not having the right knowledge. Right knowledge means you are lacking spiritual knowledge. You are not having the proper spiritual knowledge. This leads to the ultimate, because when you have the right spiritual knowledge, you know what is the ultimate aim of our life and in which direction we have to put our efforts. But when we don't have the right spiritual knowledge, when we don't have the right knowledge, the spiritual knowledge, because of 3 modes of impacting on us constantly, we will not have the right purpose of the life. And we will be doing all these activities. And in the current day, we have education system. This is material education system. This material education system is not giving us this spiritual knowledge. Right? So, since material education is objective, what is happening in the current material education? I need to do a good job, good course in the university or outside university to get a good job. Right? That will be the goal of the life. That is becoming. Ultimate goal of the life is not. Ultimate goal of the life is, as per our spiritual knowledge, we are not the body, we are the soul. Going back to Godhead is the ultimate. But material education is teaching. As soon as you start pursuing studies, entering into the university, you start thinking about your job. Okay, which job I should take? Which job I will get good money, right? So you start thinking. So this material education is what is doing. It is taking it towards completely different direction, not in the ultimate aim of life, right? So it is you are trying to get good money. What will happen? First you try to earn money. You complete your course, you join a job, you will earn money. And after earning money, what will happen? Your desires will increase. Okay, if you are earning 100K, then you will aim for millions. And once you get millions, with your hard work and your sincere efforts, material job you are doing, then you can try to get billions of dollars, right? There is no end. Then after that, what will happen? You want to get some position in the society, right? So money, you have enough money. For next 10, 100 generations, you earn money. They can enjoy. And then what will happen? You try to get some power. You enter into the politics. You try to get some power. You want to become a prime minister or president. Though with your money, with your strength, money, power, you may get that position after some effort. Then you become the prime minister or president. And after that, what will happen? You greed this material education. You are not in the spiritual path. There is no goodness. You are always in the passion and ignorance. So what is happening? You keep on, your desires will keep continue. Then what will happen? You acquired money, you acquired position as a president or prime minister. Then you start thinking about some prestigious awards like Nobel Peace Prize. Right? So this is where the people start thinking how this material modes are acting. First you try to earn money. Once you earn money, you try to get power. And once you get the power, you try to get some fame through different awards or anything. So this is how this material education is driving us into this kind of repeated birth and death. These things constantly acting, and then you are doing all these abominable activities, maintaining the illicit relation. You don't care what is happening. Just you want to enjoy and you want to use your money. You do. This is what, and this is ultimately causing you repeated birth and death. All these activities giving it is making then your next body ready in the next birth, right? This is all this activity. Now we understood how this material education is degrading our human society because of lack of spiritual values, right? So now we'll see how this spiritual education will uplift, how this spiritual knowledge will help us. In Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, we have Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita. There are 4 verses. From these verses, how it helps, Krishna helps in acquiring the spiritual knowledge. We will see that. First verse is, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate itim matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitam. So, Krishna is saying, I am the source of spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. So first thing, when we try to acquire the spiritual knowledge, our first question will be, who am I? Then, what is I am the soul. The knowledge, when you go into the path of spiritual, first thing, you are not the body, you are the soul, right? That is the first thing we understand. And then, what is our relation with Krishna? Super soul. And who is Krishna? Who is super soul? Then we try to understand. Then this verse tells the knowledge. Krishna is the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. This is what Bhagavad Gita Krishna is saying. Right? So this is the first step in the spiritual knowledge. When you're convinced with this spiritual faith, then you start practicing devotional service. So this is the first step in acquiring the spiritual knowledge. Right? I'm not telling how you are coming into because you are conditioned, but suddenly you don't understand. But by mercy of some people, you coming into the contact of this path. And then when you get the first knowledge, you understand the knowledge that, okay, Krishna is everything. Everything, all the worlds are both spiritual world, material world coming from Krishna. Then you start performing devotion. Right? Then when the devotion, you continue devotion. Then what will happen? Then next verse we can understand. Machita madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushyanticha ramatita. Once you receive the knowledge and you start performing devotion, by mercy of Krishna, you will get devotees association. Right? So when you get devotees association, you discuss with the glories of Krishna, pastimes of Krishna, and you completely occupied with the spiritual practices, right? You talk to Krishna devotees, you discuss about the Bhagavatam, you discuss chant, Harinam, you do book distribution. So many activities you will be. So first you understand the knowledge, you started devotion service. Then by Krishna's mercy, you are getting the association of the devotees. Then what will happen next? Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mami payantite. Then Krishna will give you your sincere efforts with association of devotees. You are constantly involved in devotional practices. Then Krishna will give the intelligence. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. Krishna himself gives the intelligence to understand this knowledge more in deeper. Right? Many people will ask things that question, right? Sometimes we hear, I'm trying to read Bhagavad Gita on my own. I spend so much time. but I am unable to understand. It is out of my range. I can't understand, right? We hear many such questions. Answer is given in this verse. What is that? You need to perform devotional. Not just having language, grammar, Sanskrit is not enough to understand these scriptures. Even if you want to understand the scripture, perform sincere devotion. Then Krishna himself will give the knowledge. Then you will not be going into all the degraded society of material life where you do all abominable activities, right? Krishna will give the spiritual knowledge based on your devotion and your surrenderness. Then what will happen? The next verse. Tesham evanu kampartam aham ajnana jamtama nashayami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhasvata. What will happen? To show the special mercy, I dwell in their hearts, destroy with a shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. So what will happen? Then you continue the devotion, Krishna himself giving the knowledge how he enters into your heart, he cleanses, he removes all the sinful anarthas, and he removes all the ignorance, and he put the shining lamp of knowledge, and he removes the ignorance born of darkness born of ignorance. So this is how Krishna is removing all your bad thoughts and giving the spiritual knowledge. Acquiring the spiritual knowledge is not just by reading scriptures you will get it. You have to read the scriptures and practice devotion. Then what Krishna is doing? He is shining the lamp of knowledge, the dark, and trying to and removing the darkness born of ignorance. Like today we are celebrating Diwali, right? What is the main reason? The occasion behind the Diwali is Lord Ram came back to Ayodhya after killing the demon Ravana, and in the joyful mood, people have decorated all Ayodhya with the lights. That's the same. We are marking the same occasion. We are celebrating entire world. All Hindus are celebrating Diwali, putting the lights of. We call the festival of lights, right? This is once in a year we celebrate. But this verse is giving another important insight. The darkness is there in our heart, that ignorance. How that ignorance will be removed and the darkness will be removed? By shining lamp of knowledge. When you perform devotional service, Krishna will come into our heart. He will decorate the heart with all the lights, and he will remove the darkness and the ignorance. So we are celebrating once in a year, we are celebrating Diwali on a physical platform. But within our consciousness, within our heart, are we there to celebrate Diwali? Everyone has to think. And then you pray this on this occasion, auspicious day of Diwali. We prayed Lord Ram that give that strength so that he will come and remove all the darkness there in our heart, and he will decorate our heart with all the lights. The Diwali, celebrating Diwali within, that mercy, that power, that potency we wanted to receive. So on this auspicious day of Diwali, we would like to pray Lord Ramchandra to give us that ability so that all our anarthas will be removed, all the darkness within our heart will be removed, and the shining lamp of knowledge will be growing, illuminating in our heart. So that way we will celebrate Diwali within our heart, within our consciousness. I would like to conclude with these comments. So any comments, any questions? ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर भक्त वृंद की जय।